Hey there, this is Marc Gunn, the Celt Father, and I thought I would talk about a compilation that I released at the beginning of March, and it's 100% free. Um, I put it together over the past, I've been planning it for a long time, but I put it together over the past, I don't know, year or two, wanting to put this out, and I finally decided to put it together, and I'm very happy with it. I want you to be happy with it too, and I want to tell you a little bit more about it. And then I'll probably play a song if I can remember where I put everything. Oh yeah. All right. So the album is called Celtic Geek, and it features a compilation from each of my 20 albums. Yes, I have 20 albums that I have released over the past uh, 12 years, I think it is. I've been very busy. There was a time when I was releasing an album each and every, I don't know, really, like three or four a year. I'm not doing so many anymore. Um, in fact, this year or last year was a remarkable. Only I released like one. So times are changing. But in any case, I want to tell you a little bit about this album, and I'm going to go through some of the tracks that are on each of it. So this is Sci-Fi Drinking Songs. This is one of my latest albums. I'm going to just I have this all random picked here, so I'm just going to go through it. Now, there's a lot of great stuff that's on this album, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to put on. I decided to go with "Come Take a Trip in My Airship." It's been closing out my sets for a while, and I thought it'd be a good song to share so people who want to sing with me at the closing of a show, they can do just that. Obviously, there's fun things like Doctor of Gallifrey, Reavers, Malcolm Reavers, that's a favorite of my daughter, A Boy and His Frog, which I still haven't learned to play. Those characters died, a D&D song, lots of fun stuff, but I decided to go with Come Take a Trip in My Airship. Now here we have a Mingulay boat song from Scottish Songs of Drinking and Rebellion. I picked that one because it's probably one of my favorite songs to sing from this album. Absolutely a blast. It's got a lot of good drinking songs and fun stuff, but that's probably one of my favorites. It used to be Flower of Scotland, but right now, man, I just love tearing it up with Mingulay. Firefly Drinking Songs. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to pull something from this album. What did I use? I used Monaghan's Mother's Milk. I wasn't sure it was going to happen, but when I did some mixing, it worked out beautifully. I recorded this album with the Bedlam Bards, and I think about half the songs are theirs, half are mine, plus a couple of traditional and other stuff. And it's got a lot of great stuff. It's been one of my best sellers since it came out. Happy Songs of Death. I think I picked Johnny Jump Up, which is still one of my favorite songs to play. And therefore I said, well, what? It's kind of a no-brainer. Where did I put? I have my list right here to figure out what I put on from each album. One of the other songs that I would have considered though was "I'll Drink from Dusk Till Dawn," but I'm pretty sure I picked "Johnny Jump Up" because again, it's just a blast. So much fun to sing. There it is. Happy Songs of Death. Yes. um, it was a fun song to sing, and still a great recording. Now I have this album. This is actually my old compilation, Irish Songs for New Orleans. I've released that for a while, but there's nothing from this. Well, I mean, there is some stuff from this, but it's an older compilation. I'm doing a new one. For Irish Whiskey is a live album that I did, and I recorded it in Lisdoon, Varna, Ireland. There's nothing from this. That was not part of the main albums, nor is Best Irish Drinking Songs, Happy Songs of Death. Heart's Ease. I ended up picking a Fairy Tale Waltz because it's one of the top tracks on iTunes. The title, I'm sure, is fantastic. One of my favorites, I think, was Stardust Serenade and Heart's Ease, two of the first two tracks on the album. The Desire has done amazingly well. Did I do something from Live at the Cactus Cafe? I don't think I ended up using anything from this album. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think I decided I was running out of space since I want to actually release Celtic Geek on an actual physical CD. I was running out of space, and so I ended up saying, "Well, I'm gonna have to skip this album." So, Irish Pub Songs. was another compilation of songs from, these are all the songs that were on Whiskers in the Jar, the traditional Irish songs that go with that. The one track that I added to this that wasn't on anything else was Molly Malone. And that's the reason I released it. Since this is a compilation, and this is a compilation, Celtic Geek is, I thought that was a perfect choice. Soul of a Harper was the first solo CD I released, and I was tossing a lot with this one. What did I end up choosing? Soul of a Harper. I chose the bridge. I've been told that that was one of my best versions of the recording of the bridge, and it's a very moving version. And there's the other tracks that I consider with the Leprechaun, which I chose from a different album, and Buttercup's Lament, which again, really good song, but I decided to go with the bridge for this. Lord of the Pounce came from Irish Drinking Songs for Cat Lovers. That is obviously one of my most popular albums, and Lord of the Pounce is a really fun one. By the way, if you have any questions or comments about any of these albums, you are welcome to post them below, and I would love to talk to you about them live if you're online right now. But it's a great album, a lot of fun. Lord of the Pounce. I don't actually perform as live as much. I'm trying to work out a really good arrangement, because one of the things that I think really nailed it with this song, I mean, the lyrics are great, but it's the music. It's the fiddle that comes in at the end and throughout. It's just to me, that's what really made Lord of the Pounce. But overall, it still was the most popular song on the album, so I decided to do that. Irish Drinking Songs, or Irish Drinking Songs for the Cat Lover's Companion. Those are two titles for the same thing. I'll Tell My Ma is the track that I picked. It's still one of the ones that I play a lot. I thought that was a good choice from that album. Same here. Here's the alternate album cover. I did put a Christmas song on there. Celtic Christmas Elf is the track that I used from this album, and there was a lot of good stuff to choose from, but I don't know. I was looking for something that would fit just about any time of year, and I think that one kind of crosses time and genres. I think my favorite track on this, it's either Christmas in the Shire or Let's Have a Celtic Christmas. Those are my two favorite tracks. Frosty the Irish Snowman. I don't know. I love a lot of the songs on this album. Not that one. Okay, here we have Kilted for Her Pleasure. And what did I pick for this one? Close Your Eyes, of course. The Demon's Lullaby, which people know it as. Again, this is another one that had a lot of tracks that I could have chosen from. Kilted for Her Pleasure being one. Monaghan's Mother's Milk, which obviously I picked from Firefly Drinking Songs. Beer, Beer, Beer. But I decided to go with Close Your Eyes because it is the most popular, one of my most popular songs, and I want people to get to know my most popular songs and fall in love with them. And then you can end up buying the entire album if you want. Always great. The Bridge, again, this is one of my absolute favorite albums as it is. Though, at some point, I'm going to, when I sell out of the first printing, I'm probably going to re-release it under a different title. And I don't know what that title's going to be. But it's such a beautiful cover, you know, so pretty. And I painted this when Gwen and I were dating. I actually painted this cover. I actually painted 3 different covers, and this is the one that we decided on that kind of best fit it. But the title, The Bridge, I think it's a poor sales thing. I don't know if the cover, if other people like the cover much. You let me know. I love it. And again, this is another one that has a lot of songs that I love to sing. Excuse me, someone tried to call me, and they should stop that. Peggy Gordon is one of my favorite songs to recordings that I've done. It's a beautiful recording. But Gypsy Rover, Liquid Sunshine, No Songs Left to Sing has a very personal meaning for me. I absolutely love that. I ended up choosing Wild Mountain Thyme because, again, one of my most popular songs, and I want you to hear it. So again, it's free. And then we got, by the way, if you want to get the album, you can get it for free by going over to my mailing list, marcgunn.com, and subscribing. That's easy. Here we have Whiskers in the Jar, and I think I chose Catnip Kitty. Yes, I did. What Shall We Do with the Catnip Kitty? It's the first track on the album. It's the one that I probably performed the most from my cat songs, period. Just it's for that particular song seems to get people excited, no matter whether they like cats or not. That's one that people are sometimes happy to meow to. There's a lot of fun songs on there. I think one of my favorites is Cuddles McGish, which I used to play when the dairy farm caught fire. Brilliant lyrics. Gene Pryor, Nancy Pearsall, Marc Gunn, or we wrote the lyrics for that. But it's a wonderful song. It's fantastic. Kitty Martin, there's a fantastic one, and Whiskers in the Jar, really awesome. But again, I chose Catnip Kitty because it's the one I play the absolute most. Here we have Don't Go Drinking with Hobbits. This is my third printing of this, I think. This album. I've done a lot with these albums. Again, if you have any comments, you're welcome to post them below. Questions. Obviously, with this particular one, hey, Steve, thanks for joining. Oh, Steve. Hey, Steve. Don't Go Drinking with Hobbits is the track that I chose for this particular album, obviously, because it is the title track and one of my most popular songs, period. I think people absolutely love this song. But there's so many. This is actually another one of my favorite albums, I'll say. It's just a great folk album. It's one that's just fun to listen to and sing along with. I absolutely love it. So I don't know what other track I would have picked. I mean, Scouring the Shire, which I don't play. I need to learn, but I don't play it usually. Or Working in the Garden. Elves I play a lot. Everybody Needs a Drinking Song I play a lot. So there's a lot of fun stuff. And that's the album that I chose. That's the song I picked for that. From right here we have Not Every Day is St. Patrick's Day. What did I pick from this one? Kill Kelly Ireland. Again, that's one of the more popular songs on this. I know I pushed Nancy Whiskey when I did the big release. But this time I decided to do Kill Kelly Island because it's just a moving song, beautiful. And I also was, a lot of these tracks, I was trying to put something that says Celt Father. It's Celtic and Geek, Celtic and Geek. So half the tracks here are Celtic-ish and half of them are others. Here I have Star of the County Down from How America Saved Irish Music. I think it's one of the first tracks on here, the second track on here. And it's, again, one of my favorite songs to actually play. So I decided I definitely want to have that on this album. So what did I not have? The albums that I'm out of. I'm out of St. Patrick's Day songs for kids, which I don't print typically, so I don't have any copies of that for this pile. But I picked The Leprechaun from that version because, again, I wanted that song on there. And it's a fun song. I'm very proud of it. I've been playing a lot more recently, actually, so it's been really cool getting back to that. Silhouette of Longing Love from A Tribute to Love, which is another album that I discontinued for a long time, and I finally have re-released it, and you can now get that album. But that was my absolute favorite track from that album. What Color's Your Dragon? Gollum Blues. And it's just a fun song to sing, and there's a few others that I might have picked. Like she said her name was Saffron, but I didn't want to, put it overly Firefly. Though I don't know why, now that I think about it, since I have at least two Hobbit songs on there. I also picked in the second track from St. Patrick's Day Songs for Kids, which is Red-Haired Boy Lilting. And it's my lilting track where I'm exploring. I've been, over the past year or so, I've been exploring lilting, which is singing with my voice. Since I love Irish tunes, but I can't play them really well on the auto harp, but I sing. That's what I do. So I decided to go ahead and do that instead. And so I added that track. And finally, the last track that I had to this is Going for Brogue is the album, and Whiskey Johnny. And I picked that song mostly because of one of the lines, which is, I'll drink whiskey in a noose, I'll drink whiskey with Dr. Seuss. It's a line that I added to this traditional sea shanty, and I thought it was just fun. It makes me smile. But as I was at Johnny McCracken's last weekend, I guess it was, not this past weekend, the weekend before last, for March 18th. While I was there, I had a request from Michael to do The Night Patty Murphy Died, and I love that song. I really should do that. I'm seriously tempted to swapping those two songs the night Patty Murphy died, and actually learning the night Patty Murphy died, to so that I can actually start playing it. Since I haven't released the CD officially on CD Baby, or I can change some of these up. I'd love your thoughts though. What do you think of the tracks that I chose? Let me go back through them one more time. We have Star of the County Down, Don't Go Drinking with Hobbits, Come Take a Trip in My Airship, The Leprechaun, Wild Mountain Thyme, Catnip Kitty, Silhouette of Longing Love, Johnny Jump Up, Close Your Eyes, Monahan's Mother's Milk, Gollum Blues, The Bridge, Red-Haired Boy Lilting, Molly Malone, Lord of the Pounce, Kill Kelly Ireland, Celtic Christmas Elf, I'll Tell My Ma, Fairy Tale Waltz, Whiskey Johnny, and Mingalace Boat Song. Those are the 21 tracks that I released on Celtic Geek. And I'd love your thoughts. What do you think of the album? Have you listened to it? Again, if you want to get it, I'll have a link down below, but you can get it at marcgunn.com/subscribe to subscribe to my mailing list. And I'm going to go ahead and do a song to finish this out. I hope you enjoyed this Facebook Live event, and obviously it's going live. Here's Wild Mountain Time. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon clear and crystal fountain, and all around the bower I'll pile flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will roam the country o'er, through that dark land so dreary, and all the spoils I find I'll bring to my darling dearie. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she won't come, I will surely find another to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go? All right. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found this intriguing and fun. And if you did, then give it a thumbs up, like it, share it if you like. And also, I want to remind you, if you want to become a patron of mine, you can do that over at Patreon. Go to marcgunn.net, where you can show your support for as little as $1 a month, and you'll get some free content, free goodies. It's a pretty easy way to join my official Gunrunner fan club. I hope you enjoyed it again, and I look forward to sharing a lot more with you. I'm making this big old plan on how to better entertain you, and I hope to make it better. So thanks so much. Thanks, Steve, for posting on this, and I will talk to you later. Sláinte.